right, so let's get to the news of this week, which is pretty light, but we do have to talk about all of the new shows that just got full season orders, which is pretty great. Alan, you'll be very happy to know that we're getting a whole season of The Muppets.
That's good.
Yeah. 22 episodes, I presume. 22 to 25, depending on how they feel. It's going to be great. Mario, you'll be happy. Limitless is getting full season.
I'm really enjoying that show.
It's good.
Yeah? Have you kept up with it week to week after we stopped talking about it here?
I think it's gotten better.
Really?
Because they've added more like issues. Like he's got more things to worry about, so it's just there's more things going on. It's pretty awesome. And what's his name? Just Bradley Cooper just showed up in the last episode too.
Ooh, that's always nice.
I need to catch up.
I always like looking at the titles for those episodes whenever I'm scrolling through like what's come on that week. I think one of them was like side effects may include ellipses. That was nice. And then 2 comedies that Fox premiered: The Grinder, which was the one with Rob Lowe and Fred Savage, and Grandfathered, which is the one with John Stamos. Both of those got full season orders.
Do we know if either of those are any good?
I've heard mixed things, but it's internet as just a general mass that I refer to as the internet has dictated to me that the Rob Lowe one is slightly better.
Right, okay.
Alan, Mario, have either of you heard anything about these shows?
I've heard of Grinder, but I haven't heard the other one.
Grandfathered?
Yeah, I haven't heard of
I saw the ads just driving to work. They're all over the place.
Yeah, I saw ads for them. I mean, honestly, we were speaking before the show started about how Parks and Rec had a horrible first season, so even if they're mixed right now, I mean, either one could become a great show, so...
And we know Rob Lowe is good
in
comedy from Parks and Rec.
He is literally good.
He's good. Yeah, now that both of those have full season orders, I'm a little bit more tempted to go jump in and see if they're worth my time, because I always hate jumping into sitcoms at the beginning because, I don't know, usually they die. Which I didn't include it on the list here, but Ken Jeong's show on ABC, Dr. Ken, that got like trashed in the reviews.
Really?
Horribly trashed.
Man.
Any clips that you ever see of it are like just beyond cringeworthy. That actually got a full season 2. So
Wow.
I will not be tempted to check that one out.
See if they cancel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. next year, but they keep that going, I will fucking go on a mass murdering rage.
Jesus Christ. That escalated very quickly.
Episode 71, Alan's Farewell.
Mass murder.
Peter's Confessions. Hey,
right,
speaking of confessions... No, that was a terrible segue. But we are going to talk about this teaser trailer for AMC's Preacher series, even though they just started filming that pretty recently. Guys, what did you think of this Vine?
It was a fast 6 seconds.
I saw Dominic Cooper in there. I had enough of Dominic Cooper for me to recognize it was him. I can confirm
Dominic
that.
Cooper is from... He's Howard Stark, right?
Yeah.
Howard Stark, yeah.
The original Howard Stark, right? Not the... Or they're... Because there are 2 different Howard
No,
Starks.
the Iron Man 2
The
one
younger
was
one.
the original one.
Yeah.
He came
Okay.
first. This is the younger one from Agent Carter.
And Captain
That
America.
time period.
Okay. Makes much more sense. So, yeah, from a comic book lover perspective, do you guys see anything in there? Any kind of Easter egg you could...
Not really. I mean, it's just kind of like violent for a second, and
Yeah,
that
you
was
see
it.
some blood, and you see him like... But he looks a lot better. Like, now that we actually seen him up there, like, oh, yeah, I can see it. I can see him working at it, but that's about it.
It looks like it's got production value too. I'll say that.
Does.
So that's nice.
The MC.
So-
So.
But that's
we
pretty much
Walking
it.
Dead money, dude. That Walking Dead money. That's what they threw
We
in.
still like that. We still like that upside down church, right? That's pretty
That's cool. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how cool you guys will think AMC is after I tell you that Norman Reedus is getting his own biker reality show. Vroom vroom.
So wait, it's a reality. Okay. At first, I was excited about this. I didn't realize it was a reality show.
No, you
I
know
thought it
how
was
like
him
Jay
talking
Leno has
about
his own car
it.
thing now? It's like that, but Norman Reedus.
I thought it was
Hey
just him
Peter,
talking
you want to
about
go on a
motorcycles.
killing rampage again, or
Not until they cancel something I care about and keep this on instead of it.
okay?
That's when I get upset.
Firefly is always going to count.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned cancellations, Peter, because just this past year, AMC actually canceled most of its reality programming
Good.
because they said, they didn't really want to be in that business anymore. They only kept comic book men around because that's done pretty well after Walking Dead.
Kevin Smith,
And Kevin Smith. Maybe they're looking to pair this with that. Then they're both tangentially comic book related.
It's stupid. It's stupid. It's a bad idea, and a ton of Walking Dead fans are going to watch it, and it's going to be really successful. But it's a stupid fucking idea, and I hate it.
See, it's that negativity that gets you kicked off at episode 72, Alan.
He's got you there.
Fuck it.
I don't know, Mario. You're a fan of The Walking Dead. You're also, I don't know, you like cars and Top Gear and shit. Does this do anything for you?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I thought at first I was excited because I thought it was like a kind of Top Gear-ish thing where you talked about motorcycles. Like the whole thing was about the bikes and the culture, because there's a whole culture attached to this, but more informative, not bullshit reality.
I mean, it could go that way potentially. I mean, Top Gear would. How would you describe that? It would still be a reality show, kind of, or would it be a talk show?
I wouldn't call it a reality show.
No, it's more of a talk show.
The weird thing is reality show, I think, now means something that isn't actually real. It means pretending to be reality, or it's overly dramatized, but it's not actually.
Right.
Like most reality shows actually have script writers. I mean, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, well, even then, and it's always like a cliffhanger, like, oh, is he going to be able to complete the bike by next week? Tune in next week to find out. That's the shit. Like, I don't need to. If they did like an episode that was just about, oh, here's an episode about the Hell's Angels. Here's about the history of this, biker gang, or this, like, that would be more like informational, and it could be interesting.
That would be something I would watch.
Let's just get into reality TV versus the pros and cons of it. But really, this is my opinion on this. You're either real and non-fiction, therefore either documentary or talk style show about something, or you're fiction and you're dramatized and you're scripted and you have arcs and whatever. You're one or the other. You're not fucking in between. Stop it, TV. Stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, somehow I doubt that this Norman Reedus biker show is going to push any kind of television limits on what a reality show can be. But who knows? Weirder things have happened. You guys actually had more to talk about with that than I anticipated. I bet you won't have as much to say. Well, actually, maybe. Just usually when I mention Gotham, you guys go pretty silent or just.
So, Alex,
fueled.
Which villain are we getting before Bruce hits his teens this week?
Well, it's funny you say that because this week is you get double the ham here.
Oh fuck! I forgot the other one. I forgot there was one earlier on in the week. God damn it!
Yeah,
Gotham.
So let's start with the lesser, which sounds like it would be huge news because they're putting Mr. Freeze on the show. Nathan Darrow, who is on House of Cards, is going to be playing the character, which interesting. Alan, do you recognize the actor?
Yeah, he was a security guard for Frank Underwood in House of Cards.
So what do you think about him as Victor Freeze?
I mean, he didn't have a whole lot to do. He was just there as like, hey, I'm a bodyguard and I'm going to protect you. That's all I'm going to do. And then
is he the one that had
spoilers, he had a threesome with Frank Underwood and his wife. But
I'm glad I got past that point because that was quite a shocking moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's fine.
Scandalous, Alan. You're leaving, so you're just dropping spoilers.
Dr. Freeze, right?
Yeah, it'll be Dr. Victor Freeze. I don't think I'll have the gravitas that Arnold Schwarzenegger brought to the role personally.
Fuck you,
hey, chill out, man. Chill out.
Winter's coming.
Call me in the morning.
Hey, long before Game of Thrones made the phrase "winter is coming" popular, Arnold Schwarzenegger was right there with it in 1996. Don't you? Or 97, whatever. Fucking
That's in the
It's
future
97.
for Alan. Hasn't come out yet.
That's true.
In 2 years,
so-
3 years, you can look forward to that.
I've heard. Isn't Joel Schumacher supposed to be directing that?
Yeah, he's great, right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, flashbacks to that awful. I saw that in theaters as a kid, and it was a very traumatizing moment for me.
I'm so sorry.
The whole
Really?
thing. It was so bad. It just.
I remember all the kids loving the shit out of those movies. when we
Yeah,
were
I
kids.
think I liked it when I saw it. when I
Yeah,
was a
but
kid.
Mario, like, there must have been some point in your childhood when you watched a movie, and for the first time it dawned on you that something you loved so much can suck. And like, that's the first time that ever hit me as a kid. I was so confused, and there were bat nipples. It was very, very perplexing.
You got me thinking of what my first like disappointment like that was.
Well, save it for 1.2.
Yeah. I need to, you got me thinking.
Got
though.
some fries to talk about. Oh, I'm sorry, Freeze. Got to stretch that name. But we've also got Kristen Hager, I assume, or Hagar, the horrible, as Nora Freeze. She was on Being Human, but you know, she's mostly just going to be trapped in a vial for like 30 years.
Is
So
there
is
not?
she going to be?
Actually, from Being Human.
Is she going to be like around, or is she going to be in the cryotube?
Oh, it should
Well,
be
with
before.
the standard
Oh,
way. That,
she's playing Nora Freeze. Okay, cool.
which character, Mario?
Oh, I just the actress. You mentioned she was in Being Human, so I looked it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So what you're saying, Mario, is she's hot. That's what you're saying.
No, she's really good. I really liked her in Being Human. I really like that
I
show.
didn't even know you'd seen that show. Okay, fair enough.
Mario thinks she's hot.
Yeah.
No, it's got Sam Witwer in there. I got more of a man crush on him than any other female in that show. So you know.
There you go. That's
It doesn't
that's
mean
what
you
we
don't
have
think
you
she's
here.
not hot. I'm just saying.
Those
She's all right.
troop-
There we go.
She's a little too Wonder Bread, though.
I don't know what that
Anyway,
means.
so the way that Gotham has been lately, whenever they introduce these pre-villains, they're not too villainous. They're usually not in costume, and so yeah, I expect that Nora will probably be working with Victor in a lab or whatever during the season, and then maybe the accident will happen near the end or something. You
Catwoman
know,
will be there to watch it. Know exactly what.
She'll be sliding down a car
shaded
really
one.
seductively. Then the cameraman will remember, oh yeah, she's only like 12, maybe I shouldn't be staring at her ass.
Hey, Alan. Remember in this amazing comic book by DC called Gotham Central?
Every
Who
time.
was the first villain that came out in that appeared in that?
I believe. Oh, actually, it was Mr. Freeze.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you, Gotham.
I can corroborate
hell.
that.
Piece of crap. Just throw in the trash. That's the right way to watch a show is by throwing it in the trash.
Well, and if you do choose to watch the show, we have a weekly review podcast called Gotham, in which my roommate John Skinner and I watch it live and then immediately cut off a slice of that fresh ham. Okay, the more important casting here, because guys, keep in mind, Pee Wee Herman is going to be in the same season as B.D. Wong playing Dr. Hugo Strange.
Why?
Who watches
Okay.
this shit? Like seriously.
You're looking at one of the person that watches this show every week.
Hey, how's it going?
The fuck is wrong with you?
I live with him.
I'm still watching Arrow in season 4, and I quit Gotham after 4 episodes.
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
It's so hammy. It's so over the top now. It's fun to see how little this show cares about what you think about it. There's something bold to it. It's but simultaneously off-putting and irresistible.
You sound like Anthony Bourdain reviewing a dish.
Oh, thank you. I was going to say I sound like me talking about the Fantastic Four movie that came out this year, because that's another thing that I'm just like obsessed with how bad it is.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes you get that car crash sort of effect, don't you? Where you have to analyze it and look
I
at it.
think a lot of
and
people that watched that movie was for that reason.
go, yeah.
How shitty really was it?
It's funny, actually, I will point out, during the week, Alex was talking to me and Connor, who you'll hear later on some of the show reviews. And he was telling us, because obviously we don't care about spoilers because we weren't watching it, and we won't bring them up just now because just in case anyone is, watching Gotham or hasn't up to date and whatever. But Alex basically in about 5 minutes explained everything that had happened in like the last season and a half of Gotham.
Yeah, because after Connor quit after the mid-season break, I was like, oh no, way more crazy shit happened after that.
Yeah, we couldn't believe what we were hearing. So yeah, that's that.
Like, this person went crazy. This person killed that person. This person ended up not being that kind of. It was super fun. Because normally with a show, it's like, oh, they died, but this is like a whole other level of just nonsense happening. So check out B.D. Wong as Dr. Hugo Strange this season on Gotham. It's gonna be a really weird time. So, because Alan's leaving, he picked out a nice little news tidbit for me to throw here in the middle of the show. Mario, I want to know what you think about this, because Will Wheaton has been cast. Will Wheaton. Well, there's no H in his first name.
Will Wheaton. Cool Whip.
Has been cast in Powers Season 2 in an unknown role.
This is where Mario says who.
I know who he is. Do I care who he is? That's a different question.
That's what we wanted to know. I think we're taking mental bets on how you felt about him before the show started.
Yeah, I think we landed on Mario probably hates his guts, but maybe not.
Why would I hate him?
See,
you're unpredictable. You're a wild card.
Yeah.
No, I don't really. He's just there. I know he does that tabletop game or whatever on the YouTube. Yeah. I've only watched it because Ed Brubaker was on there. Obviously.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Go watch it.
Okay. Over on Geek and Sundry on YouTube. That's what this episode is sponsored by. Episode 71.
Don't say that. No, it's not.
Why? They could take that. We could take that out and send that to advertisers. It'd be great. Yeah. I did not care about Power Season 1. I really hated it, mostly.
I'm more interested in knowing whether or not you're going to continue watching Season 2, Mario.
No.
No? Okay. All right.
No, I mean, no, I didn't even finish Season 1.
I was pretty definitive.
Okay. All right.
Good.
Like, that was ungood. Like, that's Gotham level bad. So that's why this is what you do with normal sane people do. You go, this is pretty terrible. And I have plenty of other things I could watch. So I'm not going to watch Gotham. I mean, Powers. That's what you're supposed to do.
Look,
well,
I
only watched like the first 2 episodes. I didn't think it was as bad as Gotham, but I didn't watch any more of it, so I mean, I'll take your word for it.
Right. Well, speaking about another superhero show, we just had Supergirl premiere earlier this week. Listen to our pre-recorded review in just a little bit. But it debuted very, very, very highly, especially for this fall, where numbers have been pretty low overall. 12.9 million viewers on CBS at 8:30. What did you guys think about this?
Well, I'm just going to throw out another fact for you, just to go along with that. That is the highest ratings for a superhero show this side of the millennium. So that's higher than any episode of Gotham, Flash, Arrow, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter, whatever we've had in the last 15 years.
I want to know how many views of that were from people looking to watch NCIS and then realizing it didn't come on then.
Well, it's kind of funny that you say that because it's more likely the fact that they had Big Bang Theory as a lead-in.
Okay.
Yeah. Note I said Supergirl premiered at 8:30 p.m., even though it's an hour-long show. So that was just for the first episode to try and get all of those people to stick around for Supergirl. And then after this, I think it'll be on at just at 9. So it's not going to have the Big Bang Theory lead in anymore, but people will know about it, I guess, is the point.
Okay.
Obviously, they do. 12.9 million people watched it. So this is crazy, really, because, I mean, The Flash, I think, was the last one that had a big impact on like a superhero show did particularly well, but that was just for CW numbers.
Yeah, that was
this
like
is
4.5 million or something like that.
Didn't the first episode of Agents of Shield actually get a lot, like 8 million or something like that?
That was like 10, I think. To be fair,
it was fairly high, but again, this is still higher, and again, the highest of all of the fall premieres. Blind Spot comes in a close second, but yeah, everything else is just nowhere near Supergirl, which I did not expect at all.
That's pretty crazy.
Oh well,
That's
living in a world of surprises.
I mean, I just hope they don't watch it afterwards, but that's fine.
I don't know. I guess I was just kind of a little bit more floored by that. I expected so little from this show.
I think we don't, because we're also, most of the stuff we're always talking about and seeing is always in people that are in the know of these things. It's hard to gauge whether or not the general public will know about it.
Yeah.
Right.
And
we're in the nerd bubble that talks about this shit.
Yeah, and if somehow the marketing worked and hit general public in a good way and they're all on board and it looks cool, that's hard for us to really know about, because we're, everybody, if you mention this to anybody, like Supergirl, everybody knows about it already. You probably already watched it like 2 months ago, because, we totally didn't have the ability to watch it 2 months ago.
Yeah, we wouldn't do that.
Yeah, well, yeah. Nerds who care probably, watched it when it leaked. Yes, that's probably happened with a lot of people. But yeah, it's still the highest rated pilot of the season.
Yeah, well, think about like the Fear the Walking Dead TV show. How many people are really talking about that, like being excited about it within the bubbles that we're in? Not that many. It never would have seemed to be like the most popular thing to come out at that point. But didn't that premiere to a huge number too?
Yeah, for AMC that was huge.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the same kind of thing.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. Speaking of Walking Dead, let's move right into some of the renewals we have, because Walking Dead just got renewed for season 7 officially.
Wow, surprise!
Surprise, surprise. And I think what is a surprise though is that Ash versus Evil Dead, yes, the show we're talking about next week, already got renewed for season 2.
That's probably just him. He probably held someone hostage, demanded something. I want at least 2 seasons of this, or I will goat this person. I will goat him to death, whatever that means.
You don't want to find out.
You don't want to know.
Do I know?
Yeah, Peter, what do you make of this?
I like it because to me it says Stars is confident. They're happy with the show.
Yeah.
And it's usually a good sign when something's renewed before it even premieres. And that's not to say that it can't blow up in their face, but usually it's a good sign. It usually means they're confident. It means they think they've hit their audience, that they've hit the tone they wanted. So yeah, I'm excited for the show. The reviews for the pilot that was screened at Comic-Con and I think for critics and stuff have all been very positive. And all state that fans of the series are going to love it. So now I'm just game now. I'm ready to watch. Yeah,
it's gonna be very exciting. Unfortunately, we also have some shows that did not get picked up. So this is the segment where we say goodbye.
I'll take them with me on the way out.
Shut that one.
Goodbye.
Hold on.
Oh, there you go. Goodbye, The Brink. You were an HBO show that debuted earlier this year and was renewed for season 2. But then they went back on that and they went, nah, never mind, we don't have that.
Is that based on the Brink movie from Disney in the late 90s?
That was a fucking obscure reference, Alan. Jesus Christ.
Pup and Suds?
I fucking remember that. That is such an obscure reference. Jesus.
Pup and Suds.
Deep cuts with Alan Malden. Goodbye, Married. You were an FX show. You were an FX show that debuted 2014 and died 2015. 2 seasons. I saw a couple episodes and it was mildly amusing. You will be missed.